Hello, everyone. Welcome. What is this? What episode of this podcast is it? Is this episode
Number
11?
11, titled "Oh No," according to your notes.
Yeah. We ran out of Star Wars episodes to do our podcast episodes after, so yeah. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to Bangers, Bops, and Banter. We have a cool little podcast coming up for you. I'm one of your hosts, Joe. We also got Brendan.
Yeah, I'm the other host, Brendan.
We got some guests. We got Mitchell, who was here last week.
Yeah, I'm kind of a host. Just kidding, I'm not.
Yo, but maybe.
More of a
I'm
gamer
a host
than
in my
ever
heart.
be.
We also got Mike.
Hello, I'm in incredible emotional pain to this amazing album.
The next episode is not solo a Star Wars story. Those aren't episodes. Stop that. They're not episodic things in Star Wars. Okay?
Fucking name them after Clone Wars episodes, then, dude.
No, I haven't watched the Clone Wars. I don't care about the Clone Wars.
Bruh, you don't care about my boy Fives who got done very dirty?
No.
Who?
Fives,
Anyway.
dude.
I'm there too, Brendan. Who?
He was
alright,
a
we're gonna-
clone trooper.
We're gonna start at the episode talking about some music and movie news. There was a lot of stuff this week.
Wow, what a good week of music. Lots of fun and uplifting events. Haha.
Yeah. Then afterwards, we're gonna quickly touch on the Logic album because it's Logic, and like we feel obligated to.
I
You know
don't
that
feel
Logic is
obligated
my
to.
original-
Let me
I
make that
feel
clear.
obligated to. Because it's Logic. I don't know. It's Logic.
I mean, technically
He's
it's part of the news segment because he's retiring. I guess
Well,
we
we
sort of talked
will-
about this last week, though.
all right. We'll count it as
Wait,
part of the.
If
news
he's
segment.
retiring, then how is he going to be in Rick and Morty Season 3, Episode 3, The Vindicators?
Well, he retired from rap, not from life.
Right, but how are they going to rerun that
It's so
episode?
morbid.
I'm just saying, like when people retire from like their like style of like say they're a rapper in Logic's case, it doesn't mean they retire from like getting more money from TV shows.
I don't know, man.
It's not. It's like.
You can't be a good dad if you're on Rick and Morty.
Ooh, ouch. Okay.
But what
All
about
the dads
Elon
out there, I
Musk?
apologize for
He
that
was on
statement.
Rick and Morty, and look at his child.
Mm-hmm.
I see your point.
All right. Afterwards, we're gonna discuss Will Smith's debut album, Big Willie Style. I'm really
Getting
excited.
jiggy with it.
And then afterwards, we're gonna discuss the movie House. Wait, let me. Fuck, I forgot to bring up the stuff. I forget who it's directed by. A Japanese man.
Well, that's a good
you, Joe.
non-racist
Let's just go with that for now.
explanation.
It's better than the real
What? That's not racist. What? This is not
Of course
racist.
it's racist, Joe.
He is
It involves
Japanese.
race. It's racist.
He's Japanese.
But why'd you gotta bring up his race?
Why'd you have to say Japanese, bro? Why couldn't you just
Because
say a nice guy?
honestly, this movie could have only been made in Japan, if I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Why not
But
just
you know
say
Nobuhiko Obayashi,
made by
by
some
the way.
gamer?
He's not a
Goddamn.
gamer.
It's directed
Oh,
Not
by.
a gamer.
What the fuck?
Mike, why don't you
He
look it up?
doesn't
Why don't
seem
you
like
look
a
it up
gamer
and look
I
at the
have
trailer?
it. All right, it's directed by Nobuhiko Obayashi. Hopefully I didn't butcher his name. It's a 1977 horror comedy movie. It's weird.
I
Is
don't
it
know.
cool?
Yeah, it is.
It's...
That's what it's listed under Wikipedia. Is
Okay.
horror comedy,
Well,
and that's what I
okay,
describe
alright.
it as because it's hard to not.
Yeah, those
Like,
things are kind of conflicting, and we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Not really.
Evil
This is-
Dead.
No, really. No, really. Definitely, really.
Evil Dead is the pinnacle of horror comedy. Let me tell you.
But that's like parody, I guess.
Yeah.
Like this movie is definitely not parody. So
Yeah.
What are you gonna tell me
Alright.
next? It's not directed by Sam Raimi? Yeah, right.
shit.
Damn.
Oh,
Everyone
wow.
knows Sam
Sorry to-
Raimi is
sorry
the
to break it
Japanese
to you.
director of the Japanese film House.
You're right.
He's the only person
Damn.
who's legally allowed to make comedy horror. It's the rules.
Is Spider-Man 3
I don't-
comedy horror?
Wait.
Well, Tobey Maguire's haircut and actions in that movie.
It's
Yeah.
hard to watch, so I'm gonna say yes, it's horror.
When he's walking down that street with those finger guns, yes, that's comedy horror.
Oh my god, I hate when stupid James Franco starts being alive again.
Oh.
It's so dumb, man.
We're gonna have a
Anyway.
good show tonight.
So, fellas,
Alright.
what do we got for news?
News. All right. So last week, Megan Thee Stallion was shot multiple times.
We talked about this last week.
Yes.
Has
No,
it
but
been
there's a
admitted?
fucking update, you dumbass. I'm getting into that.
Shit.
Let me
I'm just
finish.
trying to take it from the audience's perspective.
Who was
Sorry,
shot?
Joe, can you repeat that?
Megan
I was
Thee
able to
Stallion.
hear you a
Stallion.
lot too loud.
She's a popular rap artist. She makes some cool music. She was shot. As an update, she put out a statement. She was shot. I believe.
Oh, didn't she survive?
Yes, she survived.
Oh,
She
thank God! I was gonna say, wow, what a great start. Someone's death.
We'll get
Loving
to
it.
that.
Getting jiggy with it.
She was. She was shot in both of her feet.
Oh.
But
Wait, she was shot. What?
in both of her feet.
Ooh.
But she's fine. The bullets
Can she
missed
walk?
her. Yes, the bullets missed both all tendons and bone.
That
Luckily.
is incredibly.
Whoa, that is like
So-
1 in a billion shot. Like, there's so many.
Like,
Damn.
when you said that,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she's not going to be able to walk anymore. But
Yeah,
Both
Not
of
with
them
that
missed
attitude.
everything.
Yeah.
That is a miracle. Think about it. Feel your foot right now. No fetish though. Feel your foot. Like there's like so many bones there, and like there's not a lot of room for error. She's really lucky.
Ooh, you
Yeah.
got me thinking about them foot bones, Mitch.
Oh damn it! I'm sorry.
Oh,
I knew
am
it would trigger Mike.
very
I
erect
knew
right
it.
now.
I should have just kept my mouth shut.
Jesus. You really should. I can't do a show with a hard on. I'll try.
Thanks for
Well-
keeping it together, Mike.
Welcome back,
Alright.
folks.
Next in the news, Fleetwood Mac's guitarist Peter Green has died.
Yep.
73.
Rip. Rest in. Oh, that's kind of young. Rest in peace.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
What did he die of?
Um,
Like a heart attack, stroke, like just natural causes? OD.
I don't know. I think I believe in the quote it said he died peacefully in his sleep.
Oh, that's nice. That's a good way to go.
So, but I don't actually know if they say what he died from.
Sleep.
But yeah,
It's a killer.
he slept
Always get
too
them.
much.
Always take the good ones.
This is why I stay up till 4 a.m. playing video games that I don't like.
Wow. Next news: Wiley was dropped by his management over anti-Semitic tweets.
Metropolitan
Thank
Police
you,
in London are
Wiley.
also assessing the grime rapper's recent hateful remarks against Jewish people. Honestly, it's an assault on free speech. How dare you not be able to deny the Holocaust? That's a joke. Oh god, I should not have said that.
It's not what he said, like at
I know.
all.
Also, plenty of people deny the
He
Holocaust.
did
and they
say
get
some
arrested
bad
for it.
things.
Oh, the U.S., yeah.
You want to repeat some of those quotes, Joe?
I don't have the full quotes in the article. I'm pretty sure the tweets were like deleted.
Well, he
But-
called Jewish people, quote,
Wait, you can
cowards.
delete
and
I
Please,
was
man.
about to read that, Mike. Boy.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
I got the articles, my boy.
Well, so do I. It's a public
but
Google
it's
Doc.
like, yeah, I know,
do
but like
have
I
links.
was about to read it, and you're like, "Hey, what if I read it instead?"
What if, though?
Why can't we all just go
Um,
along, guys?
No.
Because life ain't
Can
easy.
we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
All right.
And then, yeah.
Next. Oh my. Uh-oh.
Oh?
Uh-oh.
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 Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I'm back. I don't know what the fuck happened. Next. A Chicago artist, Sen Moritomo, who I haven't heard of before. was removed from a Chicago virtual concert bill after criticizing the mayor for their
Okay.
poor response.
Okay, so first off, it's Morimoto. You pronounced it wrong, you uncultured
Swear to God.
swine.
Swear to God, Mike.
Mike, if you do that again, I'm cutting every time you speak.
I swear.
That would be a very awkward podcast.
But fucking Christ. I lost all my train
I
of
will
thought.
serenade you with the car alarm in my background.
We can't hear it, your noise
It's okay,
canceling
you're
is
good,
actually
man.
decent.
Yeah. Fucking. Basically, they're pulled because, he, wrote a statement that was, against the mayor's handling of, protests. Basically, the response to the protests, which is very lackluster.
You mean violence is shit?
Yeah. Well, it's not that. I believe in the statement, it's specifically about that Chicago hasn't even like gone to change anything.
Yeah.
There's like
So
a
violence
police.
is shit.
I mean, like
Go
sort of. It's
Bears.
more about how they haven't changed specifically, like things that protesters have been demanding.
He's talking about dealing
It
with
is
systemic
part-
racism, not police brutality.
Which comes as part of systemic racism.
Yes, but he's not criticizing
It's not
police
directly
brutality.
about.
He's
Yeah, it's not.
criticizing systemic racism and how the city has failed to
Or-
change anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
You hate the
All right, and lastly, for music news, Burger Records has shut down completely. You know those
Oh.
burger records. Their burgers.
hungry.
There were a fuck ton of sexual misconduct allegations against not only like top record execs, but also artists in their label. And
It has been a
then
roller coaster for Burger Records in the past week.
yeah. So basically, the power was transferred to a temporary like president or whatever. And then the person who took over was just like, yeah, no, nothing can be salvaged here. We're shutting down. So yeah.
fuck it, we're done,
Wow.
boys. Just pack it up.
Wow.
So you
wow.
wanna mention the fun side note about Billy Joe Armstrong's son as a part of that? Or, oh no, I just find
Was
it
that part of
hilarious.
That was yeah. I mean, I didn't because I didn't think anyone would give a shit.
No, nobody
Oh,
used it. I
his
just find it
son?
funny that Billy Joe
About his-
Armstrong's son got accused of sexual assault. If
Yeah, well, I
Wilson
don't
was
think
here,
you're-
he likes the regrets, so I kind of wanted to bring it up for him. But
Yeah, I don't remember if it was sexual assault. It was more like,
it was
well, I
just
guess
it was
it
abusive
technically was.
relationship, not sexual
Yeah.
assault.
I mean, fellas, is it so hard not to diddle people unless they specifically consent to being diddled?
You know what? I guess they just didn't have the right ingredients.
Oh,
You're really
God.
reaching now.
Oh,
You haven't even started
God.
the
Well,
show.
you know, I gotta make a comment here and there. You know, might as well be a funny one.
Yeah.
But it wasn't! That's the problem!
Yeah, it
he's
was funny to
trying,
me.
Mike.
It was funny to me. That's all that matters.
Try
Mike.
hard.
It was funny to me. I don't give a shit if you guys found it funny. I did.
Your mother and I are very disappointed in you, young man.
Oh well. Okay, that's been known for a while.
Movie news!
Well, movie news. All right,
Movie news?
we're gonna ignore the Tom article for now. We're gonna go to the second one. Tenant again.
Wow.
Gosh.
The
I'm
only movie
pretty
news-
sure there's a lot more movie news.
So
No,
did
that's the only thing
Top
that matters.
Gun. Top Gun
Sure.
got pushed back also.
Is that a Disney film? Because that's might be mentioned later on, but I don't know.
Top Gun. I think it's a Warner Brothers film.
Oh, okay.
Or the lady one. I forget what those are called. That's called
The lady one? You
the
mean
one where she
Columbia
hosts the.
Pictures?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
Columbia
Columbia.
Pictures.
Yeah, that's Sony. That's a subsidiary of Sony.
okay. Anyway, Tenet it has a release date in select U.S. theaters of September 2nd.
Wow.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna
No.
happen.
If I'm being honest, because of how this entire thing has been handled,
But
and how
Joe-
Tenet has constantly been pushed back.
It's my constitutional right to not wear a mask while they shove my face full of popcorn in a movie theater, preferably while watching Cats.
Nope. Not.
No.
I mean, well, like, before the pandemic, like, I'm pretty sure that literally happened. So
Yeah,
I
we were
mean-
there.
Oh god, I ate a lot of popcorn during Cats.
It helps.
I didn't
ease
know
the
You
all
pain.
actually
stick
saw
with you.
Cats?
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
we saw Cats in
Cats.
theaters. It was
Oh, that's
a
right. You all
blast.
went. That's right. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And
I
by a
think you,
blast, I mean I had a mental breakdown. So
I would have nightmares. Just nightmares.
we did.
Honestly,
Some of us
the
did.
worst thing, it was really bad, but it like wasn't bad. The kind of bad that's funny. It was the kind of
Yeah.
bad that's just hard to watch.
Sometimes
Yeah.
just wonder how millions of dollars just screws up a whole movie.
mm,
It was more than millions of dollars. Like the money didn't screw it up. It was fucked from the start. Oh my god. The
Yeah.
more I learn about the production of Cats, the more I'm like, why would you do this? Like, okay, Frank Lloyd.
Because they can.
Fair.
it's
Who's
a
the asshole?
popular musical.
And they
And-
thought they had like an easy win, an easy money grabber.
I mean, he was the asshole who directed that and Les Mis.
Tom Hooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Hooper. So apparently, he went in to the set and he's like, okay, now, you know what people hate about musicals? The fact that they aren't realistic. How do we make Cats, the musical about talking cats,
That's a
more
pretty
realistic?
big leap of realism. Like I could understand like taking a musical that isn't about humans that are cats and having to spend millions of dollars on transforming them through CGI. Maybe like I don't know, another musical that's well known that's not about cats as
The
humans.
Lion King. Fuck.
Also, like part of the point of Cats is that it's like fantastic. It's literally about cats like sacrificing a cat to go to heaven or something. It's supposed
It's
to be
literally
weird.
just like
But I want my gritty feline realism, okay?
Also,
They
why
can't
would
just
it-
sing
when
about
are
a
we
train.
going
They
to
have to
get
be
Schindler's
on the
List
train.
with cats?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Please, Tom Hooper.
is
I'm just saying.
Didn't they also like enhance Taylor Swift's boobs too in that movie? Like
Oh,
what?
you're
Yeah.
damn right they did.
Like why? Like why? Like I don't. That's sexism if I've ever seen it.
No, you see, they wanted people to be able to jack off to the cats.
Ew.
And the Taylor Swift cat needed
So
big old biddies in order to
they
make
were
that
they
possible.
were targeting furries.
Furries
Uh,
won't even like it. Are you kidding?
Listen,
Wait,
No
they
one
don't even
likes it.
like it.
No
They
one likes
no
it.
one likes it. Absolutely no one. The target, the small audience that they were going for, doesn't even like it.
nah, man. If you want shit that furries will go after, you will be shocked, horrified, and a little intrigued over how much porn there is of Disney's Zootopia.
We're a family-friendly podcast. Just
I-
make that clear.
Why do you know that, Mike? That's what my question is. Why do you know that?
Common knowledge.
I don't think that's common. I think that's my knowledge.
Self-defense.
Listen, all I'm saying is Officer Judy Hopps, she got a hell of
Don't
an
go there.
ass.
Don't go there.
Let's
Don't.
move on to
Okay.
the next story, shall we?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, look. You know Zack Snyder. You know his cut of Justice
The
League.
Snyder cut.
Superman has a black suit in it.
Okay,
Alright.
okay. Actually,
Also-
that's hype as fucking. Let me tell you why.
No, I swear
Why?
I don't care about comic books. I
Well,
swear
no,
to God.
because like when Superman's like regenerating in the Fortress of Solitude after he's iced by Doomsday in the comics, he has like this special black suit. When he regenerates, it has like very limited power set because he's still getting better. And it's a cute little nod to the comics. I'm a DC stan. Hello.
All right. It's also going to be 3.5 hours long.
Yes! Thank God, Justice League was not long enough, even though it felt like 5 years. Not
The
long.
The
Justice
director's
League
cut
did
wasn't
not
even
feel
long
very
enough.
long at all.
No.
Okay.
It
Just-
went
I
by
don't know.
quick. It was not
3.5
like,
hours is a lot of time.
yeah.
What are they gonna fill with 3.5 hours?
I mean, okay, to be fair, there are some actually excellent movies that are that long. Seven Samurai immediately comes to mind.
Well, it's
the
not about
difference
it
is-
being long. It's about
Right.
the director who directs it.
I was gonna say, Seven Samurai has the fortune of not being made by Zack Snyder.
I mean, so, like, Zack Snyder did Watchmen. Watchmen was, like, pretty long, right?
When Watchmen was actually pretty good. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was
I
pretty.
enjoyed it.
All right.
It was good, but Watchmen was good in spite of Snyder's input, not because of it. The Watchmen film was great because the source material is stupid good. All of like the changes that Snyder made, and like just the stupid directorial decisions, like when Owlman fucking nuts, he like slams the flamethrower button and like
That scene was funny, though.
that's quality.
Isn't it like scored to? Isn't Hallelujah played
Mhm.
during that scene? It was really
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. The
I
things
mean,
that Snyder
Watchmen-
added took away from the movie.
Watchmen is like it's not even like that long compared to Justice League. It's only about 2 hours 40 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
I don't actually. Maybe is the director's cut technically longer?
No, Watchmen is
Aren't there-
3 hours 35 minutes. Watchmen's a long film.
Well,
Wow.
it says maybe
Wow.
maybe the theatrical cut was only 2 hours 40 minutes.
Theatrical cut was 240. You're right.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because aren't there like there's like 3 or 4 cuts of Watchmen, right?
That's a lot
No,
of
I think
splicing and
there's
dicing.
just 2. I think
Is
there's
that-
just the 2.
I think
It adds in
I
some scenes that were cut from the book that like aren't really plot relevant
Mm.
and have more to do with the themes that Snyder kind of ignores.
All right. Anyway, Justice League is going to be 3.5 hours, and it's directed by Zack Snyder.
Woo!
Sure.
So,
is.
like, I don't know. I'm excited because it's like Superman. He got the black suit now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Darkseid's gonna be in it. Yay!
The sad thing is, it's legitimately enough to get me like slightly excited, even though I know it's going to be fucking terrible.
I was already excited because I just want to I'm interested to see how it differs from the original, but yeah,
From the looks of it, a lot.
yes. All right. Disney has postponed a lot of shit.
Yep.
So the next Star Wars trilogy is being pushed back a year. The Avatar sequels have been pushed back a year, which like
No!
does anyone it's like
How many times have they been pushed back now?
a lot, like many times. I don't remember. Wasn't like Avatar 2 supposed to be like 2015 or some shit?
Yeah.
Originally?
2 and 3
And now,
have
and then it
both-
pushed it back to like 2018 and then 2020, and now even farther.
The
Uh,
weird thing is, not only is Avatar 2 already done filming, so is Avatar 3.
Really?
And they're
What?
planning 5 of these!
Man, I'm gonna be 50 when they put out the last one.
Fucking seriously, dude.
It's like kind of insane that they're like. I really don't understand why they'd bank so hard on Avatar sequels. Like I know it's like, I guess now it's the second highest grossing movie of all time, but like, who the fuck gives a shit about Avatar? Like actually.
I mean, other than like being a technological advancement for filming, yeah.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of like
No big
CGI in
deal.
that movie that is
Yeah.
like amazing, but like
like it was cool when it came out, definitely.
Well, it also helped pioneer the new filming age, though, with all the it even helped out with the new Clone War episodes.
I mean, I would argue though that the bigger transition from like classic filmmaking to modern filmmaking was the film Titanic, which was another James Cameron one, and Fight Club.
That did or did wait? What'd you say? Did or didn't?
They kind of marked a transition from classic filmmaking to more modern filmmaking.
Well, like, yeah, but like there's a difference between that and like a giant CG movie.
That's
Yeah,
also true.
Because the
Avatar was also
is
one of the first movies that had like really good simulated water.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in Avatar that's like, if it's probably the first like all completely CG movie that feels like it actually works as a CG movie compared to like the
Like
prequels.
a realistic kind of atmosphere that breathes and has wind and that actually has an environment.
Are you
Yeah,
telling me that Spy Kids 3D Game Over doesn't look
Oh,
realistic?
bro, dude, that's the top grossing
It's-
movie in the world. Didn't you know that?
did somebody ring the Dinkster?
Uh,
Yeah. Also, more this other stuff has been pushed back. Mulan has been pushed back.
Mulan's been postponed
It's
indefinitely, hasn't it?
Yeah, delayed indefinitely. And the French Dispatch has also been postponed to next year. So, yeah,
I'm guessing not a lot of movies are going to come out for the next 8 months.
yeah.
not.
Outside of stuff that's like already done filming. Yeah.
Yeah, but even at then, they're not going to. Why would they release it when?
Well, I mean, if there's something on, if they think it's like fine to release on VOD, if it's not like a big blockbuster, basically.
Yeah, but the only problem with releasing it on a platform is it's $20 to rent. Like, how many people are going to pay $20 to rent a movie or buy a
I
movie?
mean, actually, a lot of people apparently like a lot of
Seriously?
yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of new
I
like the
totally would.
because part of the thing is I guess a lot of the time you kind of think of like it as just like, oh, I'm like it's just me that's gonna watch it, but like for like a family, for example, who buys like $20 for like to watch
Okay, I
Trolls
guess so. I
movie.
guess so. But I'm just saying, like, $20 is, I don't know, just a little ridiculous in my eyes to rent.
Yeah,
but, like, we're
I
college
just-
students.
Like, you go to a movie theater for the experience. Like, that's what you're paying for, not sit on your couch and eat potato chips that you've had that are slightly stale. And pay
Okay.
$20.
So
to
first
watch.
off, that sounds like you don't know how to keep your potato chips fresh, and that's a you problem.
Yeah, it is a me problem. It is a me problem. I've been told that before.
I mean, if you're a fat fuck like me, okay, a trip to the movie theater is $10 for the ticket, plus like $5 for the popcorn, another $4 for the drink, like $2 for candy. It comes out to a little over $20 anyway.
Interesting.
And again, part of that is I'm a fat fuck. But it comes out to the same price as like a pair of movie tickets.
I guess. I don't know. I just thought it was a lot.
Yeah, it definitely depends because like I don't know if you have like roommates or something and you all want are like, hey, let's watch this movie. I think it'd probably be like I feel like a lot of people might be like all right with it. But yeah, I definitely understand it because it definitely to some extent feels like a lesser experience.
Yeah, I think that's what it is for me. Since I'm such a movie buff kind of guy, I would just love to, I mean, I saw freaking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood in 35 millimeter for $20. Like that's great, but like $20 to watch it on my computer laptop, like I don't know.
Oh, really, Mitch? You're a movie buff? Name every movie ever made.
Okay, every movie ever made. Boom.
Oh, he fucked you up. He just fucking destroyed you.
Boom. Oh, I can't believe that just happened. Like what just happened?
You just like destroyed Mike. He's gone. He's
Next
dead.
room over, and I feel like the moment we're done recording, I'm gonna get yelled at for screaming fuck.
Well, then maybe you should tone it down, Mike.
It's all I have. The volume is all I have.
You have your personality.
Like I said, the volume is all I have.
All right. Lastly, in film news, Bill and Ted the new Bill and Ted movie is their VOD release, and it's coming to select theaters September 1st.
Oh god, I can't
I
imagine.
also think
What
it
is-
was good.
Good.
What's Bill and Ted again?
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Like, the
the
excellent
new
Yo, can I just say Keanu Reeves looks kind of like, is it me or is Keanu Reeves like look a little weird?
without
Like,
his
I feel like-
beard. Yeah.
No. I mean like they added CGI to his face or like something.
I think that's just how his face looks without a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
maybe
really
we're
weird
not
to
used to
see
him
him.
not having a beard. Maybe that's what it is. No
Yeah.
beard syndrome.
It's so weird because like he really, for the most part, back in the day, did a lot of comedies, and now he's known for being the John Wick dude. So it's bizarre seeing him reprise his role for Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he made like stoner movies back in the day, essentially. So
Although
I
he did do that
yo.
again, kind of for Toy Story 4 as Duke Kaboom.
Yo, I'm sorry. He was in what like cyberpunk movie was he in? Johnny Mnemonic? Is that the name of it?
Maybe.
I don't know.
But he also played John Constantine in Constantine. And everyone knows that's the greatest film ever made.
it is kind of the greatest film ever made.
Yo, all right, look. You can't say that when we watched Hackers last night, okay? Hackers is actually the greatest film ever made.
Mitch, are
Watch
you familiar
Hackers.
with Hackers?
No, I'm not.
It's on HBO Max. I swear to God, watch it like tomorrow or something with friends.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Get some
Okay.
friends together. Get those old 3D glasses, right? You have to watch it with those on because it really just adds to the effect, right?
It is
So it's
okay.
basically it's a documentary, okay, about these
I'm
group of
guessing it's
really
not a
cool
documentary.
teenage hackers.
Wait, I have seen it. That's the one from like the 90s where they're like,
Yeah, with Matthew Lillard as serial killer.
yeah, I've seen
Oh
that.
my God.
I've seen most of it.
It's the
Oh, it's
most
so
90s
good.
movie ever made.
I love it.
I'm
I
gonna have
hate
to
it, but I
type
love
in
it.
the code to get to this, and then type in my password.
So,
Rides in on a
Oh,
skateboard.
delete.
I is here.
I love it so much.
Yes, hello, Mr. The Plague. We have a problem that we need you to come fix.
Oh man. Anyway, that's it for news.
Woo!
Wow.
Ooh.
Do we want to talk about No Pressure from Logic, or like, because we can skip over it if you want to.
Do it, coward. Talk about it. I dare you.
I guess we can talk about it.
Great.
You're the one who said
Oh,
you feel obligated to, so go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So Logic has been a meme for a good portion of
He's
his
not
life.
biracial, okay?
He's biracial.
He
He's
was
a
on Rick and
lyrical.
Morty?
He's a lyrical spiritual miracle. And he released his final album, No Pressure, this past Friday.
Wow.
Wow.
Can we
What
get
was
some
it?
F's in the comments section for our boy Logic?
No.
No.
We probably can't, to be honest.
Well, I mean, like, look, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, not the best.
really
not
the best.
Not Logic's best work. It's pretty unfortunate. His newest album I actually think is like okay. It has
It's better
the
than
advantage.
Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Yeah, I think it's it's quite a bit better than Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, because there's firstly there's a good amount of tracks that aren't just like Logic complaining. The amount of bad bars on this record is significantly lesser. There's some like not so great ones. He has one where he's like, I love my or what was it? I love my wife like I am Chance,
Yep.
which I love. And I think the biggest advantage of this record is it just has some very good production. There's some songs where it's not great because it's ripping off other artists, like Logic has done a lot in the past. I would actually. I don't say. I don't want to say ripping off. That might be a little bit too harsh. It's
Drowning in its influences.
yes.
Absolutely fucking thousand leagues deep in its influences.
I wouldn't say that. There's some songs that are that, like GP4, Celebration somewhat, which Celebration sounds like a like College Dropout beat.
Yep.
Perfect kind of sounds like a Denzel Curry track. And there's times where he has flows of artists like Kanye or Denzel Curry. That being said, I think a lot of the production on the album is actually very good. Very jazzy, soulful beats, which is I guess is a throwback to his early stuff, but like
Classic Logic.
some classic Logic. I definitely like it's very conflicting for me. Because I do think there is some stuff on here that is like interesting. I just feel like he's again weighed down way too much by his influences and everything. Yeah, it's okay.
Do you think that's him being scared to like go out on a limb and make something new, or do you think that's
No.
just him like really?
I think that's just what he wants
I think
to do.
well no. I think Logic is a giant fan of rap. And I feel like he incorporates it too much, if that makes sense. Like he takes too much from the artist instead of
Instead of finding
Bring
his
it.
own
I think
voice.
Yeah.
I think it's somewhat frustrating because like he has experimented more in the past. He has albums like Everybody or The Incredible True Story, which are I guess The Incredible True Story not as much, but those are like basically concept albums, especially Everybody.
Yeah.
I don't think they're like executed amazingly, but it feels like he really had like an idea on those albums and he really wanted to like do it. And I appreciate that he was willing to like do something. Like Everybody's a weird fucking concept for an album. And it becomes interesting because of that, even if I don't enjoy a lot of the songs on it. And I just wish he would take more risks like that. Like I think especially recently he got weighed down a lot by just kind of doing the same thing a lot of the time, and not branching out as much. I don't like this is definitely one of his better albums recently.
Recently, yeah.
Recently. But yeah, it's just kind of disappointing as a final project.
I mean, disappointing, but still better than recent work.
Yes, basically.
It's better.
So
especially
disappointing
those
or
lines.
return to form?
That's a. I mean, I'd say it's a disappointing. Like it's your final project, at least for the time for a long
back.
time.
Go out with a bang, man.
I don't know. Like he has a kid that he like wants to take care of now. Like I don't know. He's like set. So
The thing is, like, I feel like Logic creates because he wants to create. Like, he's that kind of person.
I mean,
and I think he'll get bored of not creating.
I can see that.
Definitely.
Like he literally has bars on this album where he talks about how it's hard for him to make music now. So like
Yeah.
Maybe it's because he's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
maybe that's true.
Maybe,
Maybe he
he's just
has
burnt
had.
out, I don't know.
Maybe he's just burned out.
Yeah. He might just not have like an idea, and maybe in the future he'll just like have something like, and he'll be like, okay, I got it.
Maybe he'll release like a single here and there, like.
Mm.
We will see what Logic comes up to.
All right. Well, shall we move on to the centerpiece of today's discussion?
Oh yes, please. Oh yes, please.
Yes.
Brendan, will you introduce? This is your pick, so you introduce
okay.
it.
Oh,
So-
this is your fault. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm happy. This is a fun time.
for this week, I chose for us all to take a little look back at the classic album by Will Smith, his debut, Big Willie Style. This came out in 1997 with hit singles such as Getting Jiggy With It.
Getting jiggy with it.
Yeah. And
Yes, that one.
It's just an all-around incredible project. You got some fantastic beats. Great bars. Just Will Smith is just one of
comedy
the best
bits in between.
lyricists to ever exist, possibly. And
Citation needed.
some great features here. If you can't tell, I'm being very ironic.
Okay.
I wouldn't say anything on this album. He doesn't have any like great lyricism on this album, but it's all like fine. I think.
He has some like not bad wordplay at places.
Yeah, I think.
No, he's got some good. He's
surprised.
got some good stuff written in there. I'm not saying all of it, but like he's got some good stuff.
I really gotta disagree with that. I think this whole album is just goofy as all hell.
Yeah, but that's the point.
That's the point. Like it's like a album you kick back and dance to, or like an album you kick back and like listen to where you can bop your head instead. I don't know. Like I feel like Will Smith likes to try to make people happy, and sometimes it can be a little bit much, but like can't fault him for it.
I mean, Mike, how can you disagree with bars such as a lot of macaronis here? Check it out for all the tenderonies.
It's so good.
It's to the heart. It's to the heart.
Again, I really actually enjoy how just like goofy it is because again, he's clearly not. He's just having fun. He just wants to make people like happy. That's like a reoccurring thing throughout the album. And I think there's like songs on here that are legitimately good. I really loved Getting Jiggy with It. It's legitimately a bop. It
really is. I actually really did like Men in Black. That one, I kind of dig.
Yeah,
I really like it.
Ironically, I think that Men in Black, the bonus track, is like the highlight of the album, arguably.
I actually really like Men in Black too. It's like again, it fits
also
like
Miami. I liked Miami.
I like Miami a lot, honestly. Miami is like stupid.
It's like stupid.
I could not stand Miami. Holy shit!
Miami has like, I think Miami has a really good beat, but I don't really enjoy the hook on it. I think the hook's really like.
The hook is annoying.
No, it's not. It's just not good.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not huge on the hook either.
Yeah.
It's like so dumb. I like it.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like again, it's like a lot of the songs are just really dumb, and it's kind of like a lot of the point of the album. It's just dumb fun.
Yeah,
and it's why I
mean,
enjoy
it's dumb,
it a lot.
but I have a hard time calling it fun.
Why?
You sourpuss.
Like that's my question. Why is
fun, Mike?
Why don't you like? Why is it hard for you to see it as fun?
Okay,
is it too goofy for you or something?
No, it's not that at all. Okay, so. Right, the whole album has this frankly strange framing device where like the album is framed as the release party for like this album, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone in the world is hyped as fuck for this Will Smith album. And then
it's just a Will Smith jerk off sesh. Like,
it kind of is,
which I think is kind of hilarious. It's like
wasn't his wife in one of the like interludes of comedy things?
Yeah,
and I
don't think they were.
And he was the voice too. Like you could tell that he was the announcer guy's voice.
Right, but like, okay, so throughout this whole thing, throughout the intro and all of the interludes, he's being harassed by this guy named Keith Be Real, right?
Yeah, Yeah, you don't know Keith Be Real?
So
Will Smith helps him get his start, you know?
Bro, I got him on speed dial. No, I'm just kidding.
Anyway, and the whole time he is like harassing. I almost called Will Smith Kanye West. What does that make me?
A liar.
He's harassing Will Smith for not being real enough while Keith Be Real is obviously like a bit of a huckster himself. But at the same time, Will Smith is like, nah man, I'm real as fuck. Being a famous Hollywood boy, that hasn't changed me. Right before rapping about the virtues of monogamy, like unironically. I can't.
I think that might have been a joke though, to a certain degree. Like this whole album is just kind of like one pun to like really weird pun.
Again,
it is
like when you say a pun,
Big Willie Style is a pun.
Yeah, it's like you
Yeah.
hear a pun, and people are like, ha, 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 "Oh, that's funny," and there's like 3 people who are like, "That's funny." Then people are like, "No, that's stupid." It's kind of what this album is.
That's a good
It's like,
version of that. Like, that's funny.
I mean, like, I'm not even sure if I can agree with that because there's so much on this album that is bizarrely genuine, especially anything on this album that has to do with his son.
Yeah. He just loves his son that nobody talks about anymore. Nobody talks about Trey Smith. We talk about Jaden Smith and Willow Smith, but we don't talk about Trey Smith.
Okay, I legitimately thought he was talking about Jaden Smith.
No,
Trey was born for
it.
Anyway, and his genuine love for his son, like, don't get me wrong, it's fucking wholesome, and I stand that. But also, it comes through in these same songs where he is, rapping about, yeah, I want to start a family with you, girl. I want to have a nuclear family. Let's go. Let's do this. It's like... And I get he's going for family-friendly rap.
It's that's one thing about this, is that it's so family-friendly.
It saps the life out of it.
There's one point where they, on the track with Lisa Left Eye Lopez, she says, like and it's censored, don't stink, and it's like, wow. There's no other bars in here where they censored anything, but they censored that one. It's on Big Willie Style. I just thought that super funny.
That is the worst track on this album, by the way.
I will say Big Willie Style is not good.
Okay, it starts out with this one goes out to all my Big Willies. Okay, how can you not? I'm a Big Willie, so...
I did not think Big Willie was the worst.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, let me find the song I did, though.
I mean, Yes, Yes, Y'all is also pretty bad.
Yes. I will say there's some weird stuff on this album. Yes, Y'all's hook is stolen from a Common song. I'm pretty sure.
Chasing
I don't think It's All Good. That one I didn't like. It's All Good. I thought that one was not good. It's not all good.
Fucking weird.
It's all
Candy's bad. Okay, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, a lot of these songs are not good songs. When you try
none of them are!
Are you kidding? Don't you fucking say that about getting jiggy with it. But, whoa. I want to go back to It's All Good, because It's All Good, I'm like 90% sure is like Will Smith doing like a Hypnotize ripoff. It's really weird.
Oh. Okay.
That his hook, the way he flows sounds specifically like Biggie.
I get that.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
With like the bass on it, it's very weird. Yeah.
Right before It's All Good, another track that I think is bizarre, more lyrically, is, again, I Loved You, is about how, girl, we were great together, but then, I was faithful, I was good, I was a bit of a simp, and then you cheated on me, how could you? And it's, on the one hand, like, again, I think a lot of this is really, really genuine, but it's because he wanted, like, PG, family-friendly rap. It sucks everything out of the lyrics across the board.
I don't agree with that.
I mean, I
agree. I agree on whichever one. I Loved You. Because the song ain't that good. I think, like, with the exception of just the two of us, I think a lot of the songs where he is being, like, very genuine are the weakest ones. But, like, to me, when it's family friendly, it's fine because it's clear he's just is having fun on a lot of the songs.
Yeah, no, he's having fun. But that doesn't make it good.
Well, yes, it does.
Yeah, if he had fun, then why does it matter what anyone else thinks?
Well, no. I'm saying that the songs are
having fun doesn't mean that you have to have fun. I'd say Watsky has fun when he makes projects, but some of his projects I'm not having fun.
My point is that him having fun is infectious.
Okay.
gets to you because it's so like he's very like I don't know, joyous and happy, and he's just like ready to party on these tracks. On like again, getting jiggy with it.
Yo, you want to hear a little side story on how Will Smith got Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Sure.
You guys know about this? Okay, this will be quick. He was at a party and he was in financial debt by that point, I'm pretty sure. And he was at this party and the guy was like, yo, there's a producer for this new TV show. Like, you should try it out. And he was like, nah, man, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And he's like, you should do it, man. He's like, all right, I'll do it. And then he improv'd and then he got the part. That was it. That's fun. Fun side story.
I thought you were gonna say, "No, man, you should do it," and then he did it. And that would just be the end of the story. No, but back to Big Willie Style, which is the name is the best part of this album. Holy shit! Can we talk about Will Smith's Willie for a sec? It's a nice
intro.
A little not PG for Will Smith's sake.
The intro to Big Willie Style is amazing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
The album or the song?
No, the song.
This one goes out to all the big Willies.
Yeah.
Okay, that
yeah. Too.
The intro. I will say, like, it's a weirdly. I don't want to say self-righteous. That's not the right word. Weirdly self-celebratory, circle jerky for Will Smith, I guess.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that this whole album is like super insecure. Like it's like, no, guys, you don't understand. I'm still a cool street boy. You don't get it. Listen to my big Willie. My big peachy Willie.
No,
why would he make it family friendly if that's what he was aiming for?
No, he definitely doesn't want to come off like street on this album.
No,
he wants to come off
like
still like he wants to come off as if he's still like a legitimate artist to me.
Not off as quote unquote real.
Yes.
Yeah.
You hear that throughout this album.
There's two big times he appeals to the realness, I would say, and it's y'all know and don't say nothing. And they are unsubstantiated claims to the realness because the way he backs it up is, hey, I'm real. I have a lot of money. I have an acting career. I have a rap career. I have Grammys, and I'm about to get an Oscar. That is how you know I am real. And it's like,
did he ever win an Oscar? No, he hasn't. He's never won an Oscar.
I don't know that, but like he's like, yeah, I got a Grammy, about to get an Oscar, like multiple times on this album.
Yeah. Right, and that's what I guess I mean. It's he talks about how real he is. All the Keith Be Real interludes, as well as like the intro, like the part that's not music, the framing device, are all about how real Will Smith is. But like, the only track on this album that I think is genuinely real and relatable,
is all of it.
Getting jiggy with it.
No, is Just the Two of Us.
Have a kid?
Don't you?
Yo, I'm just saying, Just the Two of Us, amazing Eminem track.
It is.
I think of the fucking Phineas and Ferb track, just the two of us in an esophagus, it's time to get this mission rolling.
We have very different music.
So if you like that more than Big Willie, what? What?
No, I did not say that.
It sounded like it the way you were singing.
It's just because I have an angelic voice, Mr. Smith. You don't understand.
You're probably right.
Yeah,
Since we're talking about just two of us, can I just point one thing out real quick? Will Smith has this bar on this track that is, but I will test that butt when you cut out a line through that. And there's no good way to take that bar.
No. Like, okay, so like in the mindset of 1997, spanking, I think, was still considered good parenting for some goddamn reason. It is a line that is aged like milk on an otherwise very wholesome song. No, I didn't say a good song, but a wholesome song.
I gotta be honest. I actually like Just the Two of Us. again, it's just like, I don't know. I think it's very adorable, and like
It is.
it's. I will say, like, it's not like amazing. I think
It
it
is a
kinda
poor
lasts
man's
too
Isn't
long,
She
but-
Lovely?
I don't know what that song is. I'm sorry.
Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder?
Isn't she
Uh,
lovely?
No, I haven't listened.
Isn't she wonderful? Yeah, that's my demo right there. You guys got to hear it first here.
When's your
Live.
mixtape
Wow.
coming out?
What?
When's your
When's your
mixtape coming
mixtape,
out?
bruh?
Oh, next week.
Next week? Sick.
Ooh.
We'll review it on the show.
Yeah, next week on the show.
SoundCloud link in the description.
Yeah, it's next Big Willie at SoundCloud.com.
Yeah.
That's not how SoundCloud URLs work.
I know.
He's just that good. He can change it up. You know.
Yeah, I'm just that
SoundCloud
popular, bro. I'm the next wave of SoundCloud rappers.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Or should I say the next Fog?
But no, Isn't She Lovely is like a wholesome track by Stevie Wonder about, oh my god, I have a daughter now and I love her and she's great and holy crap, and it is not only a goddamn bop, but it is goddamn wholesome. And like, just the two of us is goddamn wholesome, but it is not a bop by any stretch of the imagination. And here on the Bop Stop, it's bops only.
So
That's the
that's why
guess.
you love getting jiggy with it.
You are putting words in my mouth, sir.
It's a bop.
It's a bop.
It's
It
a
is.
bop. It's a bop. You see, he can't even deny it. It's a bop.
It's
It
just
is.
not a bop.
It's so good.
Deep down in your heart, Mike,
It's like
you just feel a little jiggy.
legitimately amazing
You know it's a
track.
bop.
I hate this entire album.
You know,
Not to mention,
I honestly enjoyed this entire album. Actually, it's a lie. I didn't enjoy the entire album. I
Yeah.
enjoyed parts
I-
of the entire album.
not to mention, I don't even.
I
think we'll
listened to the entire album, maybe like 3 of the songs I did not like, and I didn't like the second to last interlude of like talking, like with the like with Big Willie, and I was like, what's going on here? What's the point of this?
like.
When he was talking to his now wife, I was like, what is he doing? What is this? Why is he talking? Why is she talking? Like, isn't this an album, not a podcast?
I mean, it was skits were not an unpopular thing like back in the '90s. So
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
But
well, I now understand why I was. Now is unpopular.
okay, I think the thing that holds Big Willie Style back more than anything else, Will Smith is not a spectacular rapper.
I actually disagree.
I think he has
just-
more of a roundness
I-
to his voice than like a cut and square of like the articulation that usually rappers have.
Right? Like he's
I
not
think
bad, but all of he sounds the same on every goddamn song.
That's just Big Willie, bro. You don't like his style.
I don't like his style. Correct. That's why I'm bitching.
I think as a
I
rapper,
don't-
he doesn't really have a lot of strengths. I mean, he has a good personality. I'll give him that. He has a
Yeah.
really fun personality.
That is his biggest
Yeah, he
virtue.
does.
He has some decent wordplay, like here and there. I'll admit.
Yeah.
Not his Big Willie, Mike. Not just his virtue, not his Big Willie.
But as far
Okay,
as-
I would also like to say that this album was on the top 100 for like I believe 3 or 4 weeks internationally, and the single was top 10 for weeks too.
yeah,
So
everybody was getting
the
jiggy
people
with
don't
it.
lie, Mike. The people don't lie.
Yes, they do.
yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
a lot.
Yes, they do.
You know what? To quote a fucking Will Smith movie, a person is smart. People are dumb.
Wow. And that's why Mike doesn't like getting jiggy with it.
Correct.
Yeah.
He's
Dumb.
a people, and he's
I
dumb.
am. Shoutouts to the song "People" off the Gorillaz album D-Sides.
Thank you. For
This
bringing up
album's better than
Gorillaz.
D-sides.
We should start charging you money every time you bring up Gorillaz.
Only if you charge Joe every time you bring up Radiohead.
hasn't
Hey, how many Radiohead
I was
did
the
have
one
in the
who's
movie?
going to bring
I
up
have-
that Will Smith says "creep" twice on this album.
Cause I'm a creep. Oh,
Oh
god.
man. I don't know. I know you said that you think Will Smith isn't good rapper, but I actually disagree. I think his technical skills are like actually pretty decent on this album.
I think he has okay rhythm too. Like he
has a very good sense of rhythm, and I guess he doesn't change it up that much, but it feels like he's very competent with what he's doing. And he knows how to for a lot of these songs, like kind of like get into a flow that really jives well with the beat that he's on, especially the more groovy songs, like getting jiggy with it. Y'all know.
Like he's passable as fuck, but that's
I think he's legitimately really good on some of these tracks.
I think there's like a handful of songs on this album.
Of rhythm and flow in a way that really jives well with the sounds that are presented on the album. Not every track, but on stuff like Getting Jiggy with It or the Men in Black track, or like y'all know. I think he like works really fucking well on those tracks. Yep. He just like he matches everything perfectly for me.
Agree to disagree, my guy. I got nothing.
Alright, well.
Isn't that the worst when like you make a really good argument and the other person like I disagree? Bye.
I mean, it's all, at the end of the day, how you feel about this music is all up to opinion, man. There's no objectivity in music.
Except for my opinion.
Okay. Listen, I'll have you know,
right.
I am an English major. I speak this language very goodly.
Yeah, but like Mitchell's the only one of us who can play guitar, so.
Fuck.
But I can play
Mitchell's
piano.
opinion is final.
It's not a real instrument.
Piano's not an instrument?
No. It's a famous piano.
Oh god, he's getting the guitar. Play Wonderwall!
He's fucking
getting jiggy with it. What if I was just like, getting jiggy with it?
This is perfect.
Getting jiggy with it.
That wasn't Wonderwall. I'm upset.
It's okay. We can be upset.
Bro, low-key, I actually don't know how to play Wonderwall. I should.
What the fuck, Mitchell?
I know, like, dude, because everyone was like, play Wonderwall, and I was like, no, I don't want to play fucking Wonderwall. I want to play John Mayer. Fuck off.
Cause maybe you're gonna be the one to change me.
It's a party pleaser, okay?
And after
okay, my question is, who brings a fucking guitar to a party? No one. No dancers in my school bring guitars. No musical theater kids bring guitars because they can sing and harmonize. And no actors bring guitars.
Okay, you know what? That is your first mistake. You never let the musical theater kids have the fucking aux cord under any circumstance. Their taste in music doesn't count.
No, yeah, that's never happened. All the parties are basically dancers and actors, and that's it.
Yeah, you don't give a theater kid the aux. It's one of the rules.
Because then they'll play Shrek the Musical.
Okay, but like
that's okay. They're allowed to play that.
Bro, with a bunch of dancers in the room and actors playing Shrek the Musical, like on the aux, that is not a
mob Shrek the Musical, don't you?
Yes.
Nah, not in LA, bro. That would end weird. That would end very weird.
In theater last year during warm-ups, Black Parade came on way too often. Holy crap.
Yo, it's so good. It's an amazing song. I swear to fucking God, Mike. Get out of here.
Okay, side note, you know what musical that actually I've heard way too many times, so I got annoyed by it, but is actually good is Hamilton.
I was gonna say it's Hamilton.
Hated Hamilton for the longest time because kids would not stop playing that song and singing it.
When Hamilton first came out, it was inescapable.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Even years after it, it's still inescapable.
Dude, the cafeteria at my school is called Hamilton Commons, and every September, several times a week, you'll walk in there and you'll see a bunch of freshmen taking photos under the Hamilton Commons sign.
Oh my god.
It's great, I love it.
This is where I'd like to blow everyone's mind by saying I've literally never heard any of the music from Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton.
I've heard
Alexander Hamilton. If you got a problem, he can handle it.
I don't know. I've never seen people like playing it. I don't know anyone who's like.
Well, obviously, you don't hang out with theater kids.
I didn't.
Yeah, that's for the best.
Yeah, sometimes it's for the best.
Oh god, one of my buddies is
Whoa.
a theater kid, and he like really unironically got super into Sailor Moon last year. Like he bought like several posters and everything, and we were hanging out at his place, and he's like, you know, like I'm really glad that you like watching Sailor Moon with me. You know, I thought that only I liked the show, and I did not have the heart to tell him I was only watching it with him so I could meme about Tuxedo Mask.
That's a
Wow.
really good reason to watch the show.
It's the best part, dude.
Anyway,
no.
Big Willie Style is
Yeah,
an
let's
album.
get back. Joe,
Let's
do you
wrap
think?
everything up.
Yeah.
I overall enjoy it. I think it's very inconsistent. I think over the productions, I think there's a lot of tracks that are very well produced. There's some fire beats, again, getting jiggy with it. The fucking Men in Black song is amazing.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
like. I enjoy Y'all Know quite a bit. And there's like, I don't know. I think overall a lot of the songs for me are kind of meh, but there's enough stuff that I enjoy about it that makes it like a decent album. Like I don't know, there's some stuff that's not that great on this. Like I Loved You, or It's All Good, but like again, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I'm at like a 6 out of 10. What? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'd give it. 6 out of 10. No more comments.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. Like there's some bops here. Like I like getting jiggy with it. I like Miami. Other than that, like Will
Miami
Smith
has really good beat too.
He's fun while he's there, but I can't see he's really a memorable rapper, and he has some not so great lyricism at times, and there are some problems here and there. But all around it's like it's nice. I don't know. I'm like at a 5. It's all right, you know.
I fucking hated this album so much. I loved it because it was really, really funny, but like, it wasn't. It was funny because I was laughing at it, not laughing with it because I'm a horrible person. I'm gonna give this a 2.5 out of 10.
Wow, I
Damn.
actually expected you to give it a 1.
I have heard so much worse, and honestly, my biggest problem with Big Willie Style is in terms of the like. I think the lyricism is that goddamn bad. But I've heard much worse. I might be being a bit harsh, but like, fuck this album. I love this album. I hate this album. 2.5 out of 10.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's it for Big William Style.
Getting jiggy with it.
Hey, fellas, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
If the opportunity presented itself, would you suck Big Willie's willy?
Well, what do I get out of it?
Nothing.
The experience, Mitchell.
Yeah, you get to.
You could say.
I guess,
that
you know
Big
what? I
Willie
guess
gets a
I'd get
blowjob.
jiggy with it. Yeah, sure.
Now,
That was the best response.
that's done. Moving on. We can't top it.
All right. Well, let's move on to the movie of the week that I chose. It's House. This cool movie by I forget the
You're gonna
fucking
do it again.
director. I'm gonna do it again.
Do it.
Nobuhiko Obayashi.
There we go.
Basically, the plot is a group of girls who are named Gorgeous, Kung Fu, Prof, Mac, Melody, Sweet, and Fantasy.
Totally not like showing their personalities right there.
I like how they didn't
Yeah.
try and set up the horror movie cliches. They just named the characters after the cliches.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of the point. Is just,
Yeah.
they're just like they just do this thing, and basically they end up going to this Gorgeous's aunt's house, and shit goes insane. It just
And
goes
people
insane.
Spoilers: she eats the kids.
It's I
You
mean,
hate
like
to see it.
sort of, but like not really. It's weird.
She eats the kids.
No, it's not eating.
Yeah,
though.
she
It's
eats the
like
kid.
She's
it's
eating them.
consuming. It's not
Or
eating.
does the
Okay.
cat.
It's like consuming for the power. There's a
There
difference.
is a
You know?
distinction.
Well, no, like actually, there's a difference because eating is like I don't know.
Nom,
It's
nom,
like
nom,
a
nom.
physical activity. You know, you gotta chomp.
But she's one
food.
with the house, and the house it absorbs them. That's eating in my book.
Well,
no,
'cause
that's
she's
like
a
consuming.
witch.
It's like, okay,
She's
listen,
also
Mitchell.
dead. Like,
You would understand the distinction
You
between
sort
eating
of-
and consuming if you actually read the original screenplay for Star Wars Episode 9, originally titled Duel of the Fates, which you clearly haven't.
No, I haven't.
The fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? What does this have to do with eating and consuming?
You gotta read the screenplay. Kylo Ren gets in power.
Okay.
moving
Consume.
on. I'm gonna say one thing. I just need to get this off my chest. You all remember the classic Halloween movie from our childhood, Monster House?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this
No.
ruined my childhood because Monster House is just a ripoff of House.
Say it ain't so.
Wait,
Oh my God,
Monster
you're right.
House?
You're
What
fucking
is-
Joe,
right.
have you never seen Monster House?
No, I don't
It's
think
got
so.
Kevin James and
I've
Steve
seen
Oh
the
my
Buscemi.
trailer
god,
for
I
Monster
need
House.
to see this now.
Okay, I
Is
saw
it
the
an
trailers for
animated
Monster
movie?
House, but I was too goddamn afraid to actually see it.
It's about like it was I don't know.
I'll
I'm
read-
pretty sure it's a
alright,
made
wait,
for
I
TV
got-
movie.
I have the description. The house is alive. Monsters under the bed are scary enough, but what happens when an entire house is out to get you? 3 teams aim to find out when they go up against a decrepit neighboring home and unlock its frightening secrets.
Bro, this movie was scary as fuck as a child.
And damn.
I don't think it was.
Dude,
I
for
don't know.
me,
Horror movies
Well,
usually
as
like
a
never been my
child.
thing.
as
So-
a child, I was like maybe 9 when I saw it, or 10. When did it come out? I don't know. Maybe I'm lying. I remember seeing it
I
young.
think like maybe 7. I'm pretty sure. It's
No, yeah, I was like 9. Bro, I was
Yeah,
a little bitch as a kid, okay? Let's be real.
Dude, I still am a little bitch. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Dude, I got scared of horror movie trailers as a kid. So like,
Wow.
Dude, I got so scared
Are we
watching.
really fighting over who's the bitchiest right now? The most bitch?
I
Mitch,
feel
I
like
don't
it might be
understand.
Mike.
It is Mike. It is
Oh.
me, dude. I got so scared watching Unfriended 2 Dark Web that I hid in the bathroom for the entire second half of the movie.
That must be the most respect for you I've lost in a while.
That's like the best compliment that like a movie director could get for his movie.
Okay, it gets better because
Like
the
in a horror
director
movie.
was there,
Yeah,
and
I
he
know.
ran into me on my walk of shame back from the bathroom. And it's like, so how did you like the movie? And I'm like, well, it scared me.
It's the point of a horror movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
By the way, he's a nice guy. The director, Steven Susko. He's like, it
Is he
could have
sus?
came out better, but like the studio was a bitch. And I'm like, respect, dude.
Mm.
Anyways, back
I
to
thought this
House.
I thought this movie was whack. I thought I like
I-
had trouble following it. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
I was like,
I
colors,
love that
there's
about it.
people, there's girls, there's bananas at the end. Like
Oh
what?
yeah. No, okay.
The
So, like,
bananas?
So there's a lot of
Bananas!
stuff in this movie that I really love. I don't think it's like great. I think it has problems, but like how fucking insane it is what I love.
I just wish like I could understand the world a
Well-
little more. Like there's really no explanation of why was that guy turned into bananas? Like that's my
Oh,
question.
because he said like that doesn't make that
It
much
doesn't-
sense. But like
That character
when
literally
he-
doesn't matter.
Yeah, like and,
that's kind
and
of
the
the
soup,
point.
like the noodle bowls, like that transition, like I was like, what? When she was like sitting there, and then the guy with the noodles comes into the frame of left, like from the left of the frame, and then turns into a noodle shop. I'm like, what? What?
Okay, so that's
Yeah,
one
no,
thing I
I-
want to talk about in this movie. Is that like at the beginning movie and there it's really at the beginning movie, it's very concentrated. There's some great
Yes.
editing techniques. And it
Yes.
that part
Well,
just like blows me away. Like the beginning scene where it's a square and then you see like the background and she moves into the frame, and there's a scene where like they're on the balcony and she throws like the scarf and like the framing through like the panels on
The
the balcony.
window,
I really
yeah.
like that. But then once they get to the house, you don't really see a lot of those interesting techniques happen again.
Well,
I guess so.
Sorry.
Oh, I guess so, but that's like replaced with just how fucking insane the house is, I guess.
Well, yeah, I also
just
did some research on the film, and the guy who directed it said he was doing a lot of experimenting.
Yeah, he was.
Sure.
On the film, and a lot of the things did not turn out the way that he expected. And let me guess, he probably spent hours and hours and hours in the editing room trying to figure out how to make it look good, and realizing he couldn't make it look as good as he wanted to.
Yeah.
There was that one blue screen at the end where the strange mother, the new mother, comes in, and she walks past the banana guy, and then it like looks at the house. Those leaves, man, were disgusting. Worst blue screen I've seen.
I'm pretty sure it's just a matte painting.
Well, no. So what they do is they take a blue screen and cut out all the blue in the film, and then paste a matte behind it, a painting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but see, what they were doing was like, and so what it's called is when you see blue around the edges, it's like bleeding of the light.
Yeah.
Because it's reflecting from all the lights above. And so, and what the problem is that like it affects the things surrounding them. So that's why you see like the blue halo around their outline. And for some reason, it was that one, because they did a really good job. They had some really good blue screen stuff in there that I thought was beautiful. But that one just was like fucking terrible. Just that one. The leaves literally looked like grapes in the trees. It was bad.
Leaves aren't supposed to look like grapes. What?
I don't. This movie is. I don't know. It's very wild, and like I guess that's like I don't know how it's so hard to talk about this movie because it's just insanity.
It was very experimental. Like I felt like if someone if a college kid graduated from New York New York filming. I can't think of it. Of a really nice filming school, and they were given a lot of money. This is what they would make.
The best way I can describe it is like an anime, but it's only like the hyperactive elements of an anime.
Yeah.
Like
also, there was a ton of nudity at the end. Like all of a sudden, just a lot of naked girls.
You gotta understand, it's Japan. It just be like that.
It's Japan.
They got titties galore in Japan. Let me tell you.
It's just like I'm
holding back my joke. That's all.
What's the joke? What's the joke?
I can't say it. Oh fuck! All right. Well, a lot of the girls in the film did not have titties, so that's all I gotta say.
Okay, you know what? No. Okay, all titties, no matter the shape or
all titties are beautiful. Yes, that's true. But I'm just saying,
in fact,
as a joke, they didn't really. Okay, we're not talking about this anymore.
Okay, and
I'm gonna pull this up in 20 years and then like sue me.
You're implying that my interests are not valid. I want
I'm not saying that at all. I was just saying. I was making a joke. It was a joke. Can you take a joke? Can you take a joke, Mike?
I clearly can't.
Are we getting jiggy with it right now? Is that what we're doing?
You're damn skippy.
I love like just being like I clearly can't, dude. Oh man.
You guys should have me on this show more often.
Oh,
we've made a lot of mistakes, I think.
But, I think this movie is just like it's so hard to describe. Like I really don't know how to describe it because it's just so like what the fuck.
I mean,
like I would say if you're a listener and you haven't seen it, watch the first like 15-20 minutes, skip to like an hour in or 50 minutes in, and just watch the house, like the house devouring them. It's really interesting. Those parts. I honestly thought like all the in between stuff of like them getting to the house and like the aunt talking to them and like I really felt like it was a little slow in some parts where like it was just wacky. But once the house, like I really think that the way that he edited it. Where's Big Willie with that beat? When like sorry, off track. Where with the house starting to eat people and murder them. I think the editing style really did benefit that, but beforehand it was a little kind of off guarding.
I definitely see that. It does kind of like slow down when they first get to the house and just like they're like they're getting used to stuff. But I kind of like how it like somewhat builds up if that makes sense. Like it builds up
Yeah.
the like wacky shit
Yeah.
where
And
it
then
goes
the
from.
ending.
The ending is
I
something
think-
where I was like, wait, it's not over? What is?
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
the new mom came, and then she was like
She was
wandering.
also-
Then she just wanders around the garden and looks at
Sorry.
birds. Like, who does that in a new house?
Well,
Well,
I
I
mean,
do.
walk in their garden. You walk in people's gardens?
well, I
Oh
mean, it
yeah,
wasn't.
never my own.
No. Sounds
Well,
about
it was
right,
just
actually.
like I don't know. It was just like an area, I guess. I don't know.
I thought it was just weird.
I definitely think the ending is kind of weird. I think it's like I don't know. I enjoyed it a lot, but like it has problems. I don't.
I mean, I'm
Again,
gonna
it's
say
so
this.
hard to talk about this movie.
There's some really cool things about this movie. I definitely enjoy it. I think it's hard to really get into it in any sort of capacity though, because if you're trying to like watch a nice horror movie and like get scared, this movie is not scary.
No,
It's
it's
not
kind of
scary. It's
ridiculous.
just like insane, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, and also I'd like to say, why was Kung Fu in her panties the entire like haunted
Well,
house
she was in
thing?
she was in a skirt. Or wait, no, she wasn't. Well, because it was
'Cause they
like
were, like, getting
nighttime.
ready
They're
for
going to
bed.
go to bed, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, they're getting ready for bed.
Japan, Mitchell.
I'm
Yeah,
just
and they're
saying. Okay,
I-
fine. Japan.
I have to say, I'm disappointed Kung Fu didn't survive. I was
Yeah, I
hoping.
was
I was
hyper
rooting.
confident.
Bro,
I
when
love
she got
Kung Fu.
devoured by the lamp and then her legs came out and kicked the cat, I was like, okay, I'm on LSD. Like something's going on.
No, I love
Um,
Kung Fu. I thought
it's
she was gonna
hard-
save them all. I was like, yes,
Yeah.
Kung Fu.
And then she
She
breaks the
fucking
law.
died.
Why were all of them like after everything that weird happened? They were just like, maybe it's a fantasy. I'm just like having visions. Go to a fucking clinic. Like you're seeing shit. Like why would you just brush that off?
Is this like
Yeah,
a
no,
soft
it's definitely you kind of
pilot?
have
Is
to.
that so Raven?
You definitely have to be like, all right, whatever. It's just kind of a way for them to do crazy shit, basically.
I guess. Yeah.
And I get
I
that,
just
like
I thought
the
it was so
characters-
funny.
the
That's it.
characters aren't very smart in it.
But they're
uh,
beautiful in kung fu.
Kung Fu is fantastic. I love that she just does Kung Fu. I love.
She literally has like superpowers. Like
Yes, she does.
she breaks
I
through
really
a wall
like-
at one point.
Yo, and they kept fat shaming Mac, and Mac wasn't even that
Mac wasn't
fat. Like
fat.
she was skinny.
Well,
she was
I-
skinnier than me.
I think they're just making fun of how much she eats. I guess it's sort of fat shaming.
No, the
Leave her alone. Let the girl
That's
eat.
fat shaming. That's fat shaming, my guy.
Like
Yeah.
if she's got a high metabolism rate, just let her eat whatever the fuck she wants to eat. Jesus.
No.
Just like
I
I
don't wanna.
really love all of like the death scenes. I guess that's what they are. Especially the piano.
Okay.
The piano is amazing, and I love it.
I like the piano, but it's like a bit drawn out, honestly.
I disagree entirely. I think it's so like
It's also a bit too
Wild
goofy at
out
points.
there. bit too what?
I think it's a bit too goofy at points.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I do
kind
There's
of
a point
the
where she's
nothing
like,
in this movie is
Okay.
taken seriously.
If you guys
That's kind
remember
From the start, nothing's taken seriously.
do you guys remember the one part when they first meet the aunt and they just walk through the front door and then they're literally in a three shot, but the third person in the background isn't really, you can't see their face, but it's just the auntie in the wheelchair and she's looking up at Gorgeous, and literally for no reason they do the whole cut in the middle and do a close-up of their face talking to each other. I was really confused because like the shot established that they were talking to each other, but then in that shot they had like that fade in of the faces talking directly into the camera to the view.
Oh,
I was like, okay, all right.
It's really interesting. I think this is a great film to just like study if you're like really into film, because there's so many interesting like weird techniques just used throughout it, and it feels completely different from like anything I've ever seen.
all right,
No,
gonna
yeah,
actually.
definitely.
I've seen some
Well,
movies. I've seen movies where the point of the weirdness is to be weird. Specifically, Gozu, which is a movie I would recommend if you're looking for something weird. What I like about House, I like the editing. The weird editing in House is definitely probably
Yeah.
my favorite part, and it's its most notable feature in my opinion. The weirdness of the plot and stuff like that, I don't think really adds to the movie. Whereas in a movie like Gozu, you could argue that it does. Gozu is so weird. The plot doesn't really make sense, but you can argue that it does. So Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm sorry, can I quote that, please? It doesn't make
Go ahead.
sense.
I
don't
will
like-
say, I have a lot of respect for this movie due to the editing because I know it. Because if you think nowadays, if someone made that movie nowadays, it'd be like lickety split. Like you could do this on Adobe Premiere or iMovie. You could even do this on
year was
iMovie.
this
On
film?
1977.
1977.
Yeah, okay.
And you could like make this on your freaking iPhone X, like it's super easy, but like knowing that this guy did this on film, that like I can't imagine how fucking stressful it had to be and how many I bet you it took him longer to edit it than he did film. Because
Okay, so-
some of the effects I just can't
Or,
imagine
like,
doing on
yeah.
film. Like I wouldn't even know where to start.
So full disclosure, right? I'm filling in for Wesley today, and it was last minute, so like I haven't had a chance to see this movie. But from what
Lazy.
little I have seen, I know. I'm sorry. I had 3 hours notice.
I'm pulling
I should've
on your
been
big
able to
Willie.
watch this. Do it. But from what little I've seen, even today, this would be a bitch to edit.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like
Fucking
specifically like some really weird like things just like that happen, and I don't know. I know, Brendan, you mentioned how you thought the weirdness of the story didn't add much to it, but I disagree completely. I think the weird story is part of the like without it being so weird and out there, it wouldn't work as a movie. The editing would make no sense at all within the story.
You know what I will say? I do say the editing does add a lot of like if we were once we're rating, adds a lot of points out of my 1 to 10 scale. Because if it was like normally edited, this movie would be like a -2 in my book. Like like the plot is kind of wild. It's like just another really shitty 70s horror movie that was not. But like the editing does add a lot of spice to it and a lot of characteristic to it.
Well, the thing about it is like, I mean, I guess you could see it like that, but like it's so aware of what it is. Literally, the characters are named after their tropes.
Yeah.
So like that, because they understand exactly what the movie is, it just works much better because of that.
You know, they
love-
actually took them like a year or two to find a director. Like that, like
Damn.
they actually this was made. I may get this wrong, but I believe what I read was that it took like they wrote it, and then it took like 7 years or 5 years on the back burner, and then they couldn't find a director, and then they got the director, who's the director now, and they also released the music first before they released the film. So they released the soundtrack, which actually caught buzz because the director said something along the lines of like if they hear the music first, then they'll understand the film more later, or if they hear the music first, then they'll like the film more. I don't know. It was something like that. And then they released it, and then it wasn't released in America until 2010, 29. So, I thought that was interesting. All the stuff behind the film, and the director got naked with all the actresses so that they didn't feel so weird being naked. That just sounds weird.
Honestly, though, big mood.
Yeah, like I read that and I was like, all right, big dick energy.
Big Willie
You know, he
Yeah,
definitely didn't have
getting jiggy with it.
any other motivations for that. It was just,
You just gotta make people feel more comfortable with
Yeah,
their own
dude.
bodies, Mike.
If I gotta get my dick out to do that, I'll get my dick out. That's fine.
Oh,
I
Brian,
don't
stop
mind.
slipping. You got to save that for the camera, bud.
I want to say there's a lot of like things. Like, I guess there's some like individual plot things that I really enjoyed. Like Fantasy has a boyfriend who is her teacher, and she's like,
Well, that's her
Oh,
fantasy.
he was
That's
a-
the point. He's
Oh,
not
Yeah.
actually her boyfriend.
that was the
okay.
horse thing, right? When she gets
Yeah.
on the horse and it cuts back real fast.
Yeah.
I
But
thought
yeah,
I actually
so
liked that. That
he
was
was-
interesting.
she was like, oh, he's gonna come and save us, and then it's like he's bananas.
Oh, that makes sense.
I also really the like thing or the what is it? The conversation. It's not a conversation. The dialogue
Argument.
between him and the watermelon guy, where he's like, "Do you like watermelons?
He's
Bananas,
He's like, I like bananas.
watermelon, banana," and then he turns into bananas. It's like, what the fuck? But I like just loved it completely.
Dude, I feel like they wrote one draft of this movie and they were like, "It's fucking perfect. Come on, send it. Let's make it. I bet you $500 you won't just write a one draft and then make the movie."
As bizarre as this
you.
sounds,
No
like a movie this insane actually requires like way more drafting than it reasonably should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I probably
I actually think like I don't know. I actually like. I quite enjoy the script. Like I think it knows like that it's just like a fucking weird movie.
Yeah, that doesn't make it
And
good.
Yeah, it does because it knows what it is and it plays into that.
Hard to disagree on that.
Avatar: The
It's
Last
like-
Airbender live action knew what it was, but did that end out very well? Not really.
I mean, I don't know if you could argue it and
I've
knew what
never
it
seen that movie, and I
was.
like to pretend that it
It's
doesn't
like
exist. So
like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like the Dora the Explorer movie knew what it was, and it clearly played into it, and it made it better and more enjoyable because of that.
It made it better, but it didn't make it good.
no, that movie is
Yeah, it
fantastic.
did. That
but-
movie is actually a decent movie.
I watch that movie every single night before I go to bed.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
That movie is hilarious, but that movie also has like quality jokes.
That's true. It does.
I mean, like a few.
I feel
it's
like this
more-
movie has
There's
the
three
house
quality
has a
jokes.
lot of dry humor. Like I feel like you have to have like a slightly weird sense of humor and a lot of dry humor for this movie. Because I feel like if I showed this to like say my mom or say my roommate, they would be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Well, yeah, it's like it's pretty out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you gonna show like Eraserhead to your roommate? Like, probably not. If they're not,
You
into
guys
weird
have
stuff.
lame roommates, then let me tell you.
I mean,
Man, I
you
fucking
guys
wish I
don't
could show
watch
Eraserhead to my roommates.
50 Shades of Grey with your roommates every night?
You know it.
Okay.
Listen.
Good. So we're all on the same page.
Yeah,
dude.
just on that. On the same
Honestly,
sheet.
fellas, the worst thing about this whole pandemic has been, it's not safe to kiss your homies goodnight anymore.
Damn, it's
And-
not.
and
Unless
it's hurting me.
whoa, both of you can quarantine for 14 days, and then you can kiss your homie goodnight. You know.
Yeah, but then you can only kiss one homie.
That's
Damn,
true.
it's true. What if you like
14 nights of 14 days for every kiss.
No, but like a group
A lot of
you
time.
homies, a group of homies, they all
But
quarantine.
like
for
one
14 days,
big
and
kiss.
then- yeah.
Well,
Like
but
all
then you just
like
get into logistic problems.
yeah, you're not kissing every homie then. You're just kissing the sides of maybe two homies. Yeah. We got some problems here. Some real physic problems right here.
What the fuck is this podcast?
I don't know. It's something new. Unlike Logic, apparently. That was really mean. I didn't mean that. I just saw the joke.
Topical.
I took it.
Wow. Are we like? I don't know. Are we like done with talking about House?
I think so.
All right. What do you boys? What do you give this movie?
Like I said, I like some part. I like the editing a lot. I think there's some interesting things. It's certainly an interesting movie. Would I watch it again? Maybe one day. Probably not. I'm at like a 6. Like there are some interesting things, but
Wow.
I honestly like. I actually, what's interesting? I actually liked doing. I struggled watching it probably just because I felt like it was a little too slow and it was definitely a little weird for my taste. But like I still enjoyed it, and I actually liked doing research behind it because it was really interesting. And I think honestly, doing the research and knowing from an editor side, understanding how hard the movie would be to fucking make back in 1977 and how and I loved a lot of the editing techniques on it. I gave it like a solid lovingly 4. Like all those 4 points are pure love, but the rest is like what?
A sweet, tender
So
4.
so like for you, it's like an interesting movie for you to like analyze, I guess, rather than watch.
Yeah, like I just felt like the plot was a little wacky. I mean, it was also made in 1977, and I feel like if it was made today, it'd be a lot I feel like they were limited. That's what I meant to say. I felt like they were limited in their time. But yes, they also filmed on the biggest soundstage in Japan.
Oh, huh. Cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this movie. I think it has some shortcomings. There's definitely some slower points. And I think there's like I think the endings I guess it might be something where if I watch it again, it will make more sense to me. I think the ending's like but like I still like really ended up loving the like wacky, insane visuals and like the weird editing and like everything that kind of like the way everything was made. It just feels so unique and so interesting. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. It's a really enjoyable movie for me. It's good. It's pretty fucking insane. I'd recommend it if you want to watch something that is insane.
Insane in the membrane.
Yeah.
Insane in the brain.
Wow.
That's how the song goes.
All right. Wow.
That's the song.
All right, we got so next episode of the podcast then.
Yeah.
Brendan, you get to recommend a movie this time, and I get to recommend an album.
Oh,
Do you know if we have guests next week?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? All right, I'm just gonna recommend.
I'll be on again.
Well, you're becoming a quite the regular, Mitchell. I like that.
Ooh.
Only tells me you're not gonna want me on again.
Wait, you can come on again. I mean, if you want to, you can come on again. I won't. I still. There's an album I want to recommend that I don't think either of you would enjoy.
That's
but
fine.
I want to listen to.
You recommended a movie I don't think they really enjoyed, so.
Oh, I thought Mitchell might enjoy it because again, it's like
I didn't have a
It's a
chance to
one.
watch this. This actually sounds amazing.
Okay.
I would highly recommend checking it out if it seems interesting. It's on HBO Max, so like go
You know,
wild.
I'm
For
conflicted
maximum possible HBO.
because I
Wow.
really kind of want to say Yesterday for our movie of the week, but like I feel like that's wasting my pick, you know. So
I mean,
Yesterday.
I think
What,
Yesterday
you don't think
would
Yesterday's a waste.
I think it is a. Well, I'm saying because I think the movie would just be me being really annoyed at Yesterday.
That's fair.
So
Wait, the movie Yesterday?
yeah, the like
Basically,
Beatles
a guy
stuff.
wakes up in an alternate
No,
world
I've
where
seen it.
nobody
I've
knows
seen
the
it.
Beatles.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yesterday.
I thought it was a nice movie.
All my troubles.
I've heard a lot of
Had to do
people
with the movie
enjoy
Yesterday.
it. It's just like for me as like a very like big music fan, there's a lot of they like try to explain the Beatles not being there, and it's really annoying because the Beatles are such an influential group that like music would sound radically different today.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It really would. I even bet you like Ed Sheeran wouldn't even be an artist.
I wish. One can only hope.
You don't like Ed Sheeran?
Ed Sheeran's not bad, Mike.
No,
he has
No,
not.
he's actually like quite musically gifted. He just does it in the pop genre.
I don't know.
No,
He's
I'm
like-
memeing. I'm memeing.
He's not a bad artist. I think he has some like kind of meh stuff. But like he's not bad. He got some alright.
He also made that concept album with all those rappers.
A concept out? Is that
Yeah,
It's
a
not
collaboration?
he made- sorry, collaboration. I got that.
Yeah,
mixed up.
okay.
He made a whole collaboration album with like all rappers. Like that was pretty cool. I mean, I'm not saying I liked it because I'm not a huge rap guy, but I thought that was really interesting.
It
How
was. alright,
dare you?
I have to say,
Bro.
I think that album is mad inconsistent, but the Travis Scott song is so good.
Mike,
my
you can't
God,
tell me
it's
shit.
so
You didn't
good.
like Will Smith's album, all right? So,
No, it was fucking terrible.
well, touche.
Okay, bye bye everybody. Drive
Whoa,
safe.
we're not-
Click your
We
ticket.
haven't talked about the movies.
Yeah,
and
we
music
haven't
that
talked
we-
about.
Yeah, we gotta-
music.
There was an awkward silence. I thought we were done.
No.
No.
I'm gonna.
We're
pick
just
the
getting
movie
started,
for next
baby.
week. I I don't know if anybody's seen this, but Moulin Rouge is, I think, what I'm gonna choose.
Moulin Rouge. Okay.
Y'all
Rouge,
have never
that's-
heard of Moulin Rouge?
I've
that's
heard of
that,
it.
What is
that's
it?
that Disney movie in China, right?
No.
It's like Baton Rouge, right?
Oh no, that's Mulan.
Wait,
Ah.
what's Moulin Rouge? Wait, is that a
it's like
French film?
It's like a romance movie.
Mhm.
It's like very colorful and very
How do you-
expressive.
Wait, how do you spell
Yeah.
Mulan?
Moulin space Rouge. It's on
Oh,
HBO Max.
that's so weird. It's spelled like Moulin.
It's Mulan. It's like
But
French.
It's
I think.
French. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is French.
Yeah.
Listen, I took French in high school.
I've seen scenes from this.
Yeah.
This will be interesting.
Is it in English or is it French?
I believe it's
It looks in English.
Because it
It
has
looks like it's in English with the actresses.
it stars Nicole Kidman and Ewan McGregor. So
Yeah, I didn't think she spoke French.
Ewan McGregor clearly doesn't if you've seen Beauty and the Beast.
All right. So our movie is going to be Moulin Rouge. I think. So like I'm kind of conflicted because of guests and the album I
guests.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
okay. So I'm gonna suggest Ironworks by Dillinger Escape Plan. I've been wanting to revisit it. Yeah, that's why I was iffy because it's a very like intense, extreme album.
I don't think this is gonna resonate well with about half the people in this call right now.
If you guys want to come on, I've been re-listening to it a lot, and I kind of want to talk about it because I've grown. It's become one of my favorite Dillinger albums. But I can choose something else if we're like.
What would be the other pick? Speaking as probably the only other person here who has listened to Ironworks. I don't know. Maybe Mike is just like a hardcore Dillinger fan under the sheets.
I really don't think he's into mathcore.
I don't think he is.
Oh, mathcore.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
different.
let's go.
That's different than math rock. So
Oh,
very
It's
different
very
than math
different than
rock.
Math Rock.
What about Cool Math Games, huh?
Ooh.
Oh fuck, yo!
I
we're
think
gonna
they
listen
shut
to Cool
down,
Math.
Mitch.
No.
Yeah, they did, right?
No way.
Well, no, because the Flash plugin's being discontinued.
Yeah.
No.
That's
What did
not-
Apple buy them out or
Come to
something?
Steam.
Oh well,
no,
no.
it's
Adobe Flash is
HTML5
just-
killed it, Mitch.
Yeah, Adobe Flash is
Oh.
being shut down because it's kind of obsolete now.
Yeah, it's obsolete and actually like not even slightly secure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like,
Um.
if you were a hacker from the film Hackers, you could do some crazy shit to people's computers. via
Yo,
Adobe Flash.
hackers. We should have talked about hackers more, but anyway, I think I will. I'm gonna suggest. We'll do Vespertine by Bjork.
Okay.
It's like one of my favorite albums of all time. I've been re-listening to it recently, so we'll see what you boys think.
You do.
All right,
I
I'm
think
excited.
Vespertine will definitely resonate better than Ironworks. So.
Yes. All right. So that's it for the podcast. Moulin Rouge and Vespertine are the choices for next week. And have a good day, everyone.